man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right, it's the second coming of Gary Garver.
All right, it is Control Chaos for a hump day. Wow. Yeah, Gary Garver here with Perry Kurtz, KCAA 1050 AM in the Inland Empire, also W4CY.com, K4HD.com, and we're on iHeartRadio.
Wow, are you still one of the favorite picks?
I don't know, Perry. I don't care about anything like that. You know me. I'm pretty humble when it comes to ratings, and I'm not that egotistical about that. How am I doing? No.
Do I look okay? How's my hair?
But I do have one of the number one shows, or one of the top shows on KCA. I know that. Well, my hair. Look at this mop, please. This is terrible.
I got mine cut off yesterday. It was so long. I had so many waves. I found a surfer in the back of my head.
All right. Well, listen, I got a great guest on the line right now. All kidding aside, me and my brother have been going, well, especially my brother's been going through a battle with this terrible genetic condition called Cadasil. Nobody knows anything about it. It causes basically mini strokes in your brain. And he used to be like a professional, golfer, a personal trainer, all this stuff. And now he's having trouble seeing and walking and things like that. So, I'm trying everything I can to help him out because, of course, the conventional doctors don't know a damn thing about anything. It's like going through a cattle call. You know what I mean? They in and out. I mean, his primary doctor at all of you at UCLA, we've never seen him, and we've been going there for like 2 years. So, anyways, I found this online, this hyperbaric oxygen. And I saw one of the Neville sisters used it, the Neville brothers, Neville sisters, and she had Cadasil, and she said it helped tremendously. I see that Joe Namath is using it, so I said, hey, man, let's try it. Let's try to check this out. My mom, God bless her soul, found a place in Los Angeles that does hyperbaric oxygen treatments, and I got the cat on the line right now because it's Bryan Johnson, correct?
Correct.
Hey, Bryan, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Gary?
I'm doing well, man. I just want to say thank you so much for treating my brother. This is unbelievable what's going on. He has not felt this good in a long time. He did like 5 treatments. Now, I know first of all, Bryan, tell us what hyperbaric oxygen treatments are.
And how they work.
So hyperbaric oxygen treatments or hyperbaric oxygen therapy, really a very simple concept. Essentially, the patient is laying down in a chamber that we pressurize out, and while they're in the chamber, they're breathing concentrated oxygen. And so the pressure from the chamber actually helps to take that oxygen and push it into the patient's body. Originally, really, it's meant for wound healing, but the thing that we're learning is that wounds are all over the body, whether they're internal, external. Like in the case of your brother where he needs extra oxygen up into the brain, the chamber actually pushes the oxygen into his body so that his brain can take up more oxygen and help with the healing.
Yeah, well, it's amazing because, he's been struggling, he's not feeling good. He's depressed all the time. I mean, he's talked about, not wanting to live on the planet anymore. And, we took him down there last week to your place. And where's your place located, just for everybody to find out?
So we're in Mar Vista, which is West Los Angeles, and we're located just by the 405 on Venice Boulevard.
Yeah, it's real easy to get to, and so we brought him down. I saw you online. My mom found you online, and you basically administer hyperbaric oxygen. He went in there. It was like you have to do like. Seriously, Scott really needs to do like 30 or 40 straight sessions. But but what I wanted to do is listen. I wanted to try it because I just wanted to see how if it affected him in any way. So last week we did 5 straight days of it. We went down there for about an hour and a half. You administered the oxygen, and I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Monday, Scott has not my brother's not wanting to get out of bed. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to go for a walk. He hasn't, like, for 3 or 4 weeks he's been this way. I mean, he's been going downhill. We did your treatments. Monday, we finished them last Friday. Monday, we actually went on the treadmill for 15 minutes. After we went on the treadmill for 15 minutes, we walked around our park twice.
Wow.
And then after that, he went to the pool for the first time all summer and went into the pool. So I want to thank you so much, Bryan. I do attribute it to your treatments.
Well, that's fantastic, and we're so happy that we're able to help out with Scott. And yeah, definitely, he still has a way to go, but it's fantastic seeing the results this early.
I mean, it's a mind blower, Brian, because I mean, you and I were discussing it, and you're a great cat, and we were discussing about this and saying basically you really need to do 40 to 60 treatments every day, Perry. I mean, this is something that you have to do every day for it to really affect the brain and really to get healed, for these wounds to heal in the brain. But after 5 treatments, which was amazing, he's not 100% by any chance, but I mean, there's a ray of hope, and this is the first ray of hope we've had in 3 years, Brian, and I mean, I'm getting emotional right now about it. It's
Gary's getting speechless.
It's yeah, I want to thank you.
It's a pretty big deal, Gary, and the fact is it comes down to it's just oxygen, and when we look at the role of oxygen in the body, one example I really like using with people is, you think of how long your body can go without food, and, that's a few weeks. You think of how long you can go without water, okay, and that's going to be maybe a few days. How long does it take before you stop breathing and you don't have oxygen before cells start dying?
Right.
And that's the critical role of oxygen. We need it to live. And so by helping give your brother oxygen to his brain, we're helping these neurons to stay alive. And whether it's, we see it all the time with concussions, with traumatic brain injuries, people with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, stroke. It's all the same concept.
Yeah,
oxygen's life-giving.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it heals everything. I mean, you got numerous things that it heals. Besides the brain, all sorts of different types of conditions, Alzheimer's. If you're hurting the leg, all sorts of. A myriad of different things. This oxygen is right, and when we were down there, or when I was down there, there was an article with Joe Namath doing this and feeling a hell of a lot better and believing in it. So I mean, this is really starting to be the forefront, and it's amazing that these medical doctors, these conventional doctors, because I asked them about it. I went a couple days ago to the doctors with Scott, and they're just like they're clueless on everything. It's sort of shocking to tell you the truth.
Yeah, and, honestly, Gary, it's really tough for the doctors because doctors don't have a chance to read in detail every single study that comes out. And hyperbaric has been studied quite rigorously. And so with all the studies that come out, a lot of the studies haven't even been done properly, meaning they haven't been done with the right oxygen dosage, with the right pressures, and these things are really critical. And so when studies come out, and the researchers who don't really have much experience in hyperbaric put out these studies, and then they say that the oxygen therapy doesn't work. Well, the doctors just read essentially the conclusions of the study and then send it off. And so I think there's just a lot of misinformation out there regarding hyperbaric oxygen therapy. But at the end of the day, you get people on the phone who have done hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and Joe Namath is a perfect example. And quote straight from Joe Namath, he says, "You can't tell me this doesn't work," because he felt it for himself. And when someone has that type of impact in their life, that's all you need to say.
That's right. And the same thing with my brother. Yeah. Same thing with my brother, man. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for and we're going to be seeing you again. And, eventually I'm going to be you can actually rent these hyperbaric chambers out at your home and do it. So if you have a loved one that has Alzheimer's, has a brain condition, anything type of condition, Brian, where can they get a hold of you?
So they're free to give me a call. The office number here is 424-256-6287, and they can also check us out online at www.o2underpressure.com.
Okay, that's O2underpressure.com. The number 2, O2underpressure.com. Seriously, if you're going through something with your loved one, you can't figure it out, they're depressed, something's going on with them, and you sort of have tried everything and nothing's working, I give this a shot. This is unbelievable stuff. It's amazing. I want to thank you so much, Brian. God bless you, and we'll be seeing you very soon, Scott and I. And you know what? You're doing great work, man. You're on the cutting edge of this whole medical procedure. I wouldn't even say a medical procedure, but some sort of awesome thing.
You're helping the world to
You're helping the
recover.
world.
It's a modality. It's a therapy.
It's a therapy.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. Yeah. And thanks so much, Gary. Appreciate it, and happy we're helping with your brother.
Thanks a lot, brother. All right, it's thanks, Bryan. It's Bryan Johnson. He go check it out. Thanks, Bryan. Appreciate it. Have a great day,
All
man.
right, have a good one.
Thanks,
Take care.
buddy. All right, yeah, go to o2underpressure.com. It's actually helping us, Perry, which is
I've
amazing.
never seen you get so emotional before. It's obviously, I mean, 5 treatments and he's feeling better already. That's astounding.
Yeah, he's actually feeling a little better, and we got a whole game plan. I'm gonna get him well,
Wow.
Perry. I'm gonna get him well, man. And we're gonna fight this thing because there's no cure for it,
Right.
and nobody even hears about it.
I know.
The doctors don't even know about it.
They know about it. They don't care. They think it's a joke.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. Speaking of jokes, what's your website?
PerryFunny.com.
Perry Funny. I love you, Perry.